Hi, I'm Leah.
And I'm Davita, and this is
Let's Chat.
Hey, Leah.
Hey, Mommy.
How's it going?
It's going alright.
It's going all right. I
Yeah.
kind of like your top.
Ooh,
It's kind of cute.
I like yours too.
Thank you.
Quick.
Who made those tops?
This is a little small business called Leah Simone Designs.
And shout out to Leah Simone Designs. Love
Yeah,
it,
she's
love
mad
it, love
cool.
it. She's mad cool. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Name's mad cool too.
Oh, really? didn't peep that.
What are we talking about today, Leah?
Today we're revisiting the topic of social media.
Social media. It has grown.
A lot.
A lot. It has grown a lot, and the use has changed a lot. So tell me about social media from your perspective.
In all seriousness, I use it a lot.
Yes, you do.
But that's because it's there. I don't know. It's bad. I use it too much. It's bad.
But what do you do on social media?
Scroll.
You scroll.
Because I'm mainly if I'm on anything, it's TikTok.
Okay.
And then it's Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And Instagram, it's kind of more refreshing, but it's still bad.
Okay. So so since we're doing, we talked about social media in the past, and we talked about the effects of social media on a young person's life and that kind of thing. So we're fast forwarding 3 years to what is social media to you now? What is it now?
Because I'm on it a lot more, it's how I get most of my information.
Okay.
How I connect with people and how I learn what the information part, how I learn what's going on in the world, that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Does it impact your life significantly?
I think it does.
In what way?
Because I'm an anxious person, and I feel like we know that. But I have this problem with time.
Okay.
And I constantly feel like I'm wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
But in me feeling like I'm wasting time, I'm always I can't find anything else to do. So I just opening and closing apps.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get lost in it. So that's why.
So you did a paper recently for AP seminar.
Yeah.
She loves AP seminar.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Go ahead.
Okay. And it was about technology and young people in school.
Yeah.
Share with us what that was about.
So that wasn't really about social media.
Okay.
But it did have some ties into it because it was proven in multiple studies that children already use technology immensely, and the CDC recommended amount of time is only 2 hours, and obviously no one's going under that.
No.
Especially after the pandemic and after being home for so long. Everyone is definitely exceeding no one's really under 4 hours.
Wow.
So and everyone having their personal devices, computers, phones, they're able to be on the internet way longer. So that's really what we found from that
study.
Yeah.
Wow. So people, me included, I'm opening and closing apps all day too. And I'm thankful for crochet because I have to pay attention to what I'm doing as I'm crocheting. So I although I do find myself, scrolling and laughing and clicking and sharing and forwarding reels to you and your brother.
She sends us reels. I cannot be on my phone for a second. And I have my notifications turned off for Instagram and TikTok. But I open my phone and the little bubble says 20.
Not 20.
And I'm like, oh, who could these possibly be from? She's like, oh, okay.
Hey, I see funny things or calming messages to my children, and I forward them.
Yes.
Or I send you stuff and I'm like, that's me, right? And you're like, yeah, that's you, mommy. Okay, moving right along. Okay, so, but the reason why I wanted to revisit this topic is because of dating. And yes, so How are you all in your generation now communicating as far? Because I remember you came home one day and you was like, "Oh, such such asked me for their snap," and I'm like, "What?"
Yes,
Explain that to the
guys.
audience. Tell the
Yes,
people.
guys.
The older
Okay.
people might not know what's going on.
So there are three main. This is coming from me. Don't quote me. But there are three main apps, and it's TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. Snapchat isn't. I wouldn't really consider it social media because it's more private, but that's how you communicate with people.
So they don't communicate via text
We
message
do,
or
but
calling people on the phone. They be snapping.
first it's Snap because it's less like personal per se. Because you
Explain that.
having my number is kind of crazy.
Why?
Because it's like, why do you have my personal like SMS information? So like, you can call me. Oh no. So with that,
Okay.
we use Snapchat just as a way because you can pick and choose who's on it. And it's just more of a like personal like private thing.
But you said that Snap is ops. So
Snap is
okay,
not
wait.
federal.
Let me tell the audience. So you guys, the reason why I'm asking Leah all of these questions is to give you all and me a lesson in what 15-year-olds are doing on social media, and to let you behind the curtain of this new age of communication, because it is different. Like we shared earlier, not in this show but a couple of episodes ago, I'll be 50 this year, and as a 50-year-old parent of a teenager, it's important for me to know exactly what the heck she's talking about, because sometimes I just don't know. Like, they have these words that they be saying, and I know I'm not alone. So this episode is for parents who are trying to get a clue into what in the world their children are doing and talking about. Okay, back to you, Leah.
Okay, so Snapchat is you can pick and choose who's on there. You can give someone your snap or ask someone for their snap. They give it to you. Bam, you're talking. Now we can get back to that, but a reason why Snapchat is extremely federal is because even
Explain to the
when
people what federal mean, Leah.
like just telling all your business, like what are the feds for? So
Okay.
sorry if you're a part of the feds, not don't come get me. But anyway,
Okay.
so when I say Snapchat is federal, it's because when you chat people and you screenshot or share your screen or screen record, it will notify the other person. So if we're talking and let's say I say something corny and you screenshot it and send it to your group chat, I know because Snapchat told me. Crazy, right? I know. That's why you got to be careful. But it also tells you, when someone else screenshots, screen records, screen shares your story, like your Snap profile, all those things. When someone, yeah. So that's why Snapchat is a little iffy. Instagram, TikTok it doesn't do that. But if you're trying to talk to someone, you really use Snapchat. And then you go to messages if you're really feeling the person.
So is this only used for like people? So, okay, another terminology that y'all need to know. Talking and dating.
Two different things.
Okay.
It's not in the Bible, but it's here now. So, because dating wasn't in the Bible either. But it's just that before, like, do I really, y'all know dating apps, like, you're not going to just start dating a person right away. You got to get to know them, know their personality, the type of things they like. And then you can take it to we've been talking for a little while now. I want to advance in our relationship. And boom.
And boom.
Now you're dating.
And that's
So
when you
cute.
give them your phone number?
No.
Oh.
Like, it's really a personal thing. But me personally, I'm not giving you my number after, like, a day or two of talking. Like,
It's got to be more time.
maybe like a week. Fake. That might be a stretch for other people, but for me, it's like, because I don't know you. So, and you guys know how I feel about giving people my number.
Yeah,
So
she's not giving you her number. It's not going to happen. Okay, so we got Snapchat. That's what people are using to communicate. So, back in the day, we would go to the mall before the movies or whatever and walk around the mall, whatever, and you're in the food court, and the boy walk up to you and be like, "Hey, can I get your snap?"
yes,
That's what
they won't say hey, they'll say yo.
Oh,
And
they
they'll be
say
like,
yo.
can I get your snap?
And then what you say?
You could say yeah.
Uh-huh.
For sure, you can say like, you can say no.
Okay, and then you walk away.
Yeah, it's not awkward. I kind of hate it, but they be chasing you down for real.
Boys be chasing.
Well, If you're a parent, you got a son,
Uh-huh.
lock in and see what your son is doing to them girls, because I don't know.
What's your
They
brother
be
doing
like,
to the girls?
I wasn't doing anything. But it's like, you gotta, I don't know.
That's
So
okay. So that's a good segue, right? Let's talk about boys and how they're approaching girls these days. Like, what is something that you've seen that you're just like, oh, that's crazy, or oh, that's really nice,
It's obviously nothing new,
right?
because guys been doing this for that long. It's
Mhm.
just the way that it's done changed.
Mhm.
So, like, we can be at the mall or something. We can be at the movies or whatever. And if it's a nice, calm guy, he'll just be like, "Oh, can I get your snap?" Or his friend would be like, "Oh, my friend thinks you're cute. Can he get your snap?" Like that kind of thing. Like, "Oh, that's cool."
Okay.
But if you start chasing me down and following me down the sidewalk, you're losing me and you're not getting nothing. So that's really like part of that situation. That's how it like starts.
Mm.
So if you got my snap, then you're cool, I guess.
Okay. So we move on to that, and we talking or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be careful about what you say on Snap, because
Sure.
it can be screenshotted and shared on any of these social platforms.
Yes,
but
Snapchat
Snapchat will tell you if some.
For sure.
Okay, so I've seen you like not fully open a page. What's
Oh,
that
half
about?
swipe. I'm not okay. So if someone messages me, guys, this is so interesting.
I'm giving y'all education into these teenagers.
If someone messages me and I don't, and opening messages mad fast to someone that you're not talking to, it's kind of like an unspoken rule. It's kind of like
What's mad fast?
Like,
what's the?
they just sent it and you opened it.
Okay,
That's
seconds.
kind of, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Maybe like a calm minute, 2 minutes. Like that's still pushing it. But you know, if I want to know what the person said, but I don't want them to know I read it or saw it, or I don't know how to respond, half swipe, see what they said, close it out, think of the response, then type it.
Okay, it's a lot of pressure.
It's a whole lot of pressure, but it is what it is.
And this is all unwritten rules of social media for teenagers.
You kind of just know. And the social media is still really iffy because, and especially the way that it's used now, it can definitely mess up relationships. And that's always been a thing, but with like older like people. Now,
what you mean?
Not older people, but like
us on the Facebook. That's what you talk about.
Sure. Or like the people that still say slide into DMs. Yeah, that's been there, but now it's like different ways, and not to me particularly, but to a majority of people. Someone can find like liking a story or like liking someone else's story or following someone else. Like they can see that as not cheating, but like on the road to it.
So if I'm just going to use your father and I as an example, because I think I asked you this before. So if somebody likes your father's post, what's that mean again? Like somebody's story.
It depends on what it is.
Okay.
If it's like, if it's you guys, then obviously if they're liking the story, you're like, oh, that's cute.
Okay.
If it's just him, he's feeling himself, and they're like his story, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, this generation is like, so interesting. How do you safeguard yourself from getting caught up?
I just gotta kind of take a step back, reassure myself, and not feel that insecurity of it. Like, if I know I'm locked in with this person, and it's other people doing things, and it's not them, then there's not much I can do. But it's just having that like self-realization, self-security.
So important. So important. Okay, so I think we got a nice little lesson on social media from the Leah Simone telling y'all what your kids are doing on social media and how they're engaging with social media. I know for you, I do watch you swiping and just reading and looking at people's videos and stuff like that, and not really engaging that much with other people. But it's really interesting. Social media is super, super interesting. And yeah, that was it. I just wanted to make sure that we covered off on this and do a little revisit of social media. We'll post the first social media foray that we had in the description box so that you can check out where we were years ago to where we are now. Thanks so much for listening and watching. We really appreciate you. Hope to see you again soon.